Hey everybody, welcome to Crossroads, a PlayStation podcast for Boss Rush Games. I am LeRon Dawkins, and right beside me, pressing square this week, are my fellow stationaries. Welcome back, Nellie Lott and Austin Campbell.
Hey everybody.
All right,
way to go.
just a way to go. We had
Until you get ocean water from Sonic, and that's gonna change the whole thing.
You know what? I'm gonna have to check out this ocean water because there is literally a Sonic like less than 10-minute drive from my place.
If you haven't had ocean water from Sonic, it's a staple. It's a staple there.
All right, I'm gonna take your word for it. We did have a guest lined up for tonight, but some complications happened. So we'll see you next week. So hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much. Enjoying life. Class started yesterday. Classes started yesterday. So.
Oh wow, Dan's trying to start a fight tonight. He's like, Austin's in my seat.
I know. You should have sat here before me. That's all I'm saying. I didn't see your name on it.
Oh boy.
Once my fat ass sits down, you ain't moving. Good luck. I can't move it.
All right. Well, CES 2021 wrapped up. That's the Consumer Electronics Show for folks out there that don't know all the lingo and the abbreviations and all that stuff. And Sony decided to ring it out by blessing all of us with some updates on their lineup. I'll say this, getting me kind of excited for the rest of the year. I'm not gonna say I'm hot and bothered just yet because I need a couple more announcements. But beyond that, I hope we're ready to talk about it because it's go time. It's time to do the show. All right, so let's get the housekeeping out the way real fast. This is episode 19 of the Crossroads, the PlayStation podcast for Boss Rush Games. Each week we come together and bring you the latest news, rumors, games, and general discussion in the world of PlayStation. Crossroads is live here on twitch.tv/Exodus803 Tuesday evenings at the new time slot of 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're very glad for every one of you out there that can join us and be a part of our conversation tonight. Welcome. If you're unable to join us live, please make sure to head over to youtube.com// Boss Rush Games or any of your favorite podcast services every Thursday to listen to the show. Please remember to like, share, rate, subscribe, and review us wherever you check out our show. Why is that? Why is that, Nellie? Why is that?
Because we're the best.
Yes, Crossroads. We are the best. It also helps us immensely with our discoverability. Also, make sure to check out our growing family of podcast shows available on bossrushgames.com. So, it's time. What's on your PlayStation? All right. So last week we talked about pizza. So this time we'll just keep it even. We'll just talk about what's going in our mouths at any particular time. And actually, I need to ask everybody on stream to forgive me because I'm actually going to be eating my dinner tonight on stream. So I mean, I'm gonna.
Are you sharing? Are you sharing? That's the key.
If you guys want to come over here, I can make you guys a plate.
Plate.
Yes.
Plate station.
Yep. But since I'm eating dinner, I'll go first. All right. So,
Go first.
I was busy with work today, and I've been busy also getting the notes ready for the show tonight. So I didn't have enough time to think about myself throughout the day. So I had to run out and grab something to eat. So I ran to my favorite restaurant out here, Mr. Boyle, and I got myself a poke bowl. And this is actually a create your own poke bowl. 2 proteins. It's got spicy tuna and grilled eel, and the fixings include sweet corn, cucumbers. Sweet corn, cucumbers. Why am I forgetting this? It's because I want to eat it right now. It's on the base.
Is that some sunflower seeds in there?
Actually, hold on a second. Let me pull up my order because I'm better at eating it than I am at remembering it. Apparently. But let's see here. All right, so here's the breakdown of what's on this Poke Bowl, and trust me, it's amazing. All right, so on this Poke Bowl, we have, like I already said, spicy tuna and grilled eel, some of the best, and then we have for the mix-ins, cucumber, sweet corn, crab salad, cilantro, seaweed salad, which seaweed salad is the bomb. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like I would go to regular sushi restaurants and I would just order like a giant bowl of the seaweed salad by itself before I even get down on the actual sushi itself. Masago, which for people that aren't aware, masago is fish eggs. Um, uh, 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 Shiitake mushrooms are on this, green onion, and for the sauces, now this is a combination I like. I like the yum yum sauce. They call it the yummy sauce at the restaurant, as well as a spicy mayo. And then for my crunchy toppings, I kind of overloaded this thing tonight. So I've got roasted seaweed, furikake, which is actually a rice seasoning. I've got red pepper flakes, sesame seeds. Yes, sesame seeds are on there. Onion crisp and garlic chips, and round that out. And to round that out, I did say it was on the base of white rice and just a little bit of soy sauce. So yeah. All right. So you guys talk about your food.
That's all.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
all that you put in there.
That's it. I mean, that was actually 3/4 of the available menu, minus all the protein.
Wow.
But I'm gonna start eating while you guys talk about your food. Oh, I know. Oh, and also, I'm on day. This is the 12th. This is the 12th day of the year. I'm on day 12 and no sugar.
Proud of you.
Oh no, it's not. It's not gonna stay that way too much longer.
No gummy. You haven't had no gummies in
Nope.
12 days.
Mm-mm.
Wow. I feel like. Are you okay? Are you okay though? Are you doing all right? 12 days without the gummies.
Okay,
Gummy
so
bears?
so on the second day of the no sugar thing, I had like the world's most crippling headache, and
Oh yeah.
And the only saving grace about that was it was on a Sunday. So like I didn't have to be around, people and act like I'm a functioning adult. I didn't have to worry about, tearing someone's head off, Yeah, sugar withdrawals are for real when you've got a ginormous sweet tooth like I do.
Yeah, I started. I drink like an energy drink every morning, and I would know, or at least the days that I work, and then I would notice on the weekends I would always wake like in the morning. I just have giant headaches. And I thought about, oh yeah, I'm not drinking caffeine in the morning. That's the problem. So I ended up drinking coffee on the weekends now. But yeah, but now for my PlayStation, I haven't finished it. I couldn't finish before we did the show, so I will eat afterwards. But I made some gluten-free pasta for the first time, and we're gonna see how that goes. I think I may have overcooked it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what it's supposed to look like or feel like. It's very confusing. It's very confusing, complicated. It's not regular noodles, and I don't know what to do with it. But gonna have some spaghetti sauce with it as well. My wife's gonna make that though when she gets here. So yeah, that is what's on my plate.
All right. So are you also adding to the dinner menu, Nelly?
I had sushi earlier.
Mm.
I had shrimp sushi, and it was the bomb diggity. It
Is
was
that
shrimp and avocado, and
is that your favorite roll, or is that just what you had tonight?
that's actually my favorite because I'm not really big on sushi like that. I just got introduced to it,
Uh huh.
Mm.
and I just wanted to try it. And yes, what Dan said.
Oh yeah, the shrimp tempura roll. Yes.
Yes,
Now
and mhm.
there's a sushi restaurant down here. They're also actually in the same area where Sonic is at that I was telling you guys about. So about less than 10 minutes up the street from my house,
Okay.
and they are one of the best sushi places, and they actually have, and their prices are pretty competitive. Like I mean they this place, in my opinion, puts some of those $100 places, to shame. Uh,
Ooh, yeah.
but I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look it up because they have a roll. They have a roll there. It's my favorite roll. Like the first time I had it, I was like, I'm getting this every single time I walk in here. It's called the Spencer roll, and let me see. I'm trying to grab the menu right now. The restaurant's called Sushiyoma, and the Spencer roll. I'm trying to get the breakdown of it, but I guarantee you they probably won't. They probably don't have the breakdown on here. Well, the Spencer roll, if I'm remembering correctly, crap. I know it's got a garlic sauce on top of a grilled tuna. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's actually one of the cooked sushi ones, which I get down raw or with cooked. It doesn't matter to me. Jeez, I'm looking at the menu, and all these online menus just have it, but they don't have what's on it. But it is one of the best. It is one of the best rolls. As a matter of fact, I like it more than my other favorite roll, which is the spider roll,
Mhm.
which I'm all about some soft shell crab. Like soft shell crab, that's a vice for me, and I'm glad it's expensive as it is, so I can't just go and just like indulge on it every time I want it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is there such a thing as vegetarian sushi, like sushi without fish? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
uh huh.
Pretty sure.
I've never had sushi, but I just don't like fish. Period. I've
Hmm.
never been a seafood person, so I always wondered if I would like it. If which I would try it either way. I would try it with the fish in it still, but I
Yeah,
always
like
wondered if there was like a vegetarian version of it.
yeah, the traditional California roll is good. Dan's also in the chat. He's mentioning the avocado roll. There are some other ones, and I guarantee you, a really good sushi cook, chef. I'm sorry. If
Hmm.
you tell them like you're not a fish person, they'll hook
Hmm.
you up.
Oh,
They
really?
yeah, they get really creative with the ingredients they have. I'm also a fan of octopus and grilled squid. I'm a fan of that.
I've never tried octopus, and I've been wanting to try it.
Oh my god.
Now I've had calamari.
Hmm.
That stuff's good. I
Yeah,
do like calamari.
calamari is
Not
what
that.
got me. Calamari is what got me into it, but then there's this restaurant. There's this restaurant down here in Yorktown Beach, and they have this calamari actually, which they actually give you a shaved octopus on the side.
Ooh.
And man, like I like I said, I love octopus. So it's just one of those things. It's like, oh, you give me fried and fresh octopus, octopi or whatever,
Yeah, octopuses.
And then
Yeah.
Now we do have a question from Celeste that revolves around our PlayStation segment.
Okay. Let's
And
hear it.
you talked about you had a busy day, LeRon.
Hmm.
Her question is, I want to know your dream PlayStation if you've had a rough day.
A giant plate of nachos, just gourmet
Oh,
nachos,
oh yeah.
or honestly, the rougher the day I have. Oh, yeah, Yamada Zero. Thanks for the follow. the rougher the
ah,
the rougher the day I have, the more I just want to actually get in there and like have food where I have to use my hands. So
Mm,
it's nachos. It's basically almost any Mexican food, pretty much. So like nachos, quesadillas, stuff like that, or buffalo wings. Hell yeah.
mm.
Yeah. So anything where it's like where you wind up making a mess all over your hands, so you have to suck on your fingers. That's my thing.
Yeah, I had some bomb nachos the other day. I always get the carne asada plus the shredded chicken on there, melted cheese, guac, jalapenos, and all that beans, rice, all that stuff put together. It's oh now I'm thinking
What's
about going back
what's
there.
the name of the restaurant?
It's a Baja Jacks. It's in It's in Owasso, Oklahoma. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite places to go.
Is that
And
is that a chain or is that
I think they may have like one other restaurant, but it's not very much a chain. It's pretty much local. I think they may have one in California randomly. It was like a California place that they brought back or brought over here. That's actually the second restaurant. They have we got a new place called Ding Tea, which was also, and it's just like boba tea. It was in California. It's a chain in California, but they brought it out here randomly. So Owasso's kind of a good testing grounds for a lot of restaurants.
You know what? I become the biggest freaking weeaboo when I go to a boba shop. I become the.
I love boba tea, and I particularly like the strawberry ones.
Oh yeah.
Either they pop in your mouth. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the stuff that I get excited over that stuff.
Nellie, what's your stress reliever food?
It's actually not a stress reliever food. It's more of like a drink. I don't know if that counts.
Uh oh. Here we go. Cousin Drinky's about to come out.
I need all the pina coladas in the world, or give me amaretto and pineapple juice, and I'll be happy. Or any vodka and orange juice. Yeah.
Pina colada is my jam.
I love pina colada.
Now you've got to get ocean water. You got to get ocean water from Sonny, and then you put some Malibu pineapple rum in there.
Oh my god!
It's a good time.
Oh,
my god, that sounds delicious.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yes.
Austin.
Wings. Either wings
yeah.
or big old steak. Those are the two things that I'll take any day if you offer it. And I'm not picky. I prefer the bone in. I prefer the traditional, but I'll take a boneless wing too if it's offered to me. I'll take it anyway.
Listen, I mean, for real, the main reason why you want boneless wings is just that when you are trying to get fat, because you can eat more boneless wings than you can bone.
Yeah.
See, the cool thing about bone-in wings is the fact that you have to eat them off the bone, so you're doing work. So by the time you've kind of had your fill, like you've had your fill because you've also put work in to eat them, but. But boneless wings?
Well, you just start popping them in.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like good Caribbean jerk. I like anything spicy teriyaki, anything Asian zing, anything along the Asian spicy line. That's where I go. That's what I love.
All right. So, you know what? I'll just put it out to you. I'll just put that to you guys. Out there in the chat, like hit us up at PS_Crossroads, and let us know what's on your PlayStation, and particularly what is your go-to food for when you had a rough day and you just want to just tear into something. Let us know. We'd like to hear it, and I guess it's time to hit the blurbs. You know.
Before we do blurbs, I don't know if you saw my immature moment before the whole subject started.
Who was that? Well,
you was like, what goes in our mouth? I was like, huh?
You know, I did kind of leave that one wide open.
That's what my eyes got like this big.
Speaking of mouths, you know.
You already got Nellie in a laughing fit.
Right, you know what happened last time. I fell off the camera laughing.
That's what we came to do. All right, let me put this bowl down for a minute so we can get to the news blurbs. Okay, so first up, Sony has confirmed the PS4 Pro has been discontinued in Japan. So yeah, remember a while back we mentioned that on one of the PlayStation Direct websites that it was saying that the PlayStation 4 Pro was not going to be restocked. It has since been taken down off the site. They don't have that advertised anymore on that. But yeah, In a 2019 interview, Sony's PlayStation boss Jim Ryan stated that the transition from PS4 to PS5 would be more aggressive than previous generations, and the first wave of that has come. Console giant Sony has ceased production of all but one of its PS4 models in its native Japan, solidifying the transition to the PS5 being swift. I'm sorry, burping because I'm eating. My bad. I'm sorry. Though it's unclear if the PS4 Pro will be discontinued in Western territories, it is likely just a matter of time. I'll say this: I'm noticing because I frequent Best Buy a lot, and the PS4 Pro is getting harder to find. They'll have a decent stack of the base of the not the base but the PS4 Slims, but it's dwindling that the PS4 Pro is not showing up on the shelves. So yeah, I've always felt like this, like, you know, if they keep the consoles on the shelf for a long time after the new generation releases out, like, it's just going to encourage the developers to continue making games for that system, and then we wind up having the problems where like, nobody wants to utilize the functionality of, like, the new tech, for example, the DualSense controller and stuff like that. If companies are still developing for, like, the older systems, they're not going to want to invest time to actually look into the tech that actually pushes some of the stuff, because we said it on Arsenal X this weekend that the DualSense controller is pretty amazing, but we need to see what happens after year one of the PlayStation 5's life cycle to see, what's up, see if there's going to be a big buy-in and stuff like that. And I guarantee you, if there's less and less incentive to develop for the older console, there's usually more interest in trying to utilize some of the functionality of the new stuff. You might as well like, I'm still waiting for the PS3 Pro.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long it'll take for game, since they're being more aggressive for the PS5, how long it's going to take for gaming companies to also jump on that. Because, we'll see, like, for PS3 to PS4, we saw Madden and we saw Persona 5 actually being put on PS3 and stuff like that. I just wonder how long it's going to take for game companies to catch up. And I assume that depends on their manufacturing for the PS5s as well, but they are selling as fast as they can make them, so it might be working out for them. Yeah, and I know for me personally, like, I definitely would want. I don't know if I'd want to get another PS4, let alone, or if you're doing it for the first time, I would definitely just wait for the PS5 because, especially with the backwards compatibility, that's where they want everyone at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of which, we should have a conversation about backwards compatibility and what PlayStation can do on a future show real soon.
I wanted to bring that up for this show too, but I was like, I think we kind of touched on it.
Well, you know what? We've got time because we don't have a fourth member tonight. What you got to say?
I was wondering, like, how far would you like the backwards compatibility to go? Like, would you want it to go all the way back to the PS1, or do you want to stop it at a certain point?
In a perfect world, going back to the PS1 would be great, but I would be happy. Mm-hmm. I would be happy to see it go back at least to PS2.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because, like, there's a lot of PS3 classics that were redone for PS4, and those games are technically available for play on PS5.
Yeah. I definitely would love to see go back to PS1, and it doesn't even have to be the disc, as long as we can, just download different games of it. I mean, I don't expect to put a PS1 disc in my PS5 and it work, but if I can download, different PS1 games, and not that I would actually, I think there's a lot of games that I would really want to go back to. Like, I would want to go back and play Twisted Metal on PS1. It's not going to be the same as it was back then, but all your JRPGs and stuff would be awesome to still play. They still run, it's not going to be, other than looking at ugly polygons, it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
See, that's the reason why I don't want to go that far back, because some of my favorite games on PS1, like games like Vagrant Story, that game is going to look atrocious on like a 40+ inch screen.
Yeah.
The front mission games, oh my god, I would love to see them, but man, it's just gonna look like a bunch of blocky robots just going up and down a grid like Final Fantasy Tactics.
If only we had a dedicated machine for PlayStation 1 classics, that would just hook up to your TV and be specialized for
Stop it.
PS1 games.
Stop it.
That didn't suck. It didn't crash me halfway through Persona 2.
Oh, man.
You know what? I was thinking about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If I can bring a system back to life, I think I would bring back the Dreamcast.
Everybody would bring back the Dreamcast.
Everybody, right? I was gonna say, I think everybody bring back the Dreamcast.
I feel like which one do you think was more the spiritual successor to the Dreamcast? Do you think it was Nintendo's GameCube, or do you think it was the Xbox One? I mean, the original Xbox. I'm sorry, the OG Xbox. Because between those two consoles, they got the bulk of Sega's franchises.
Probably. That's a good question because I'm thinking more Xbox. Mm-hmm. Although I owned a Dreamcast, I've never owned the original Xbox, but I played the original Xbox way more than I played my GameCube.
Do you know?
Because I knew somebody that had one, so exactly, Spencer.
Do you?
Code Veronica, Skies Arcada.
Do you know how upset I was that Jet Set Radio Future came out on Xbox? I was upset. Because if anything, I was like, that game would freaking rock on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that thick Xbox original controller.
Oh my god. What do they call it? The Duke?
That little brick.
And you know,
I never owned a Dreamcast, but it always seemed like Xbox was which I also didn't own an Xbox either, but they both had the online capabilities, like they were really early into that and stuff. So it seemed like maybe Xbox was kind of like took a lot up from what the Dreamcast was wanting to do and just had more money to put behind it.
You know, I was watching Pow Block last night, and they mentioned how like Nintendo has always innovated with the consoles, and that is true. Nintendo takes risks and innovates with the consoles, sometimes to their own detriment. But I will say this: outside of that, Microsoft also takes like some really big risks. It doesn't. Who do you think has the better track record with their risk to reward? Do you think it's Microsoft, or do you think it's Nintendo?
I don't know. I mean, financially wise, I would say Nintendo, because when they swing, they either swing and they miss, or they swing and hit a home run. It's they hit a home run with the Wii. They hit a home run with the Switch. They did not hit a home run with the Wii U.
In my opinion, they didn't hit a home run. In my opinion, they didn't hit a home run with the Nintendo 64. Like I thought that console left a lot to be desired.
But yeah, but I guess so. That was the first 3D-ish console, or was PS1 first?
PS1 and Nintendo 64 were on.
Yeah, they were
on par
at the same time.
Actually, it was PS1, Sega Saturn, and Nintendo 64.
Okay. So I can't speak for Saturn, but it seems like I think maybe Sony had a little bit of an edge on the 3D stuff with PlayStation, but not a whole lot. The 64, I will say, those are I didn't own one, but when I look back at all the old, from I would say NES to GameCube, that's the one I care about the least of their set of library, their set of games. I don't really care for Mario 64. It's fine. It's a fine game.
I loved Mario 64. I loved Mario 64 when it came out. I did. As a matter of fact, I borrowed a buddy's Nintendo 64 to play that game. It was mind blowing how that game was to me at the time. And I'm not even a big Mario fan. I thought the epitome of like the best Super Mario game was Mario 3. And because we had what, Yoshi's Island after that, than Super Mario World, which I didn't like. I didn't like Super Mario World. I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but it didn't do enough. It didn't do. It was too big and it was too big and expansive. And this is after. And this is somebody who actually played through and beat all of Mario 3. So like the fact that I'm complaining about a big and expansive game just shows that was too much.
Now we fighting though. Now we got to fight though.
I didn't say
Super Mario World's my favorite.
I didn't say Super Mario World was the worst Super Mario game, because I think Mario Galaxy is the worst Super Mario game.
Whoa, that's even.
Whoa.
Nintendo fans, fight me.
Wow.
Okay. I have a personal bias about that. I have a personal bias against the game. The reason why is because I suffer from 3D motion sickness when I play video games, and Mario Galaxy, and also and also Resident Evil 4 are two games that like basically crippled me playing them. The problem with Mario Galaxy is when you flip the axis, when you go from the bottom of the screen to the top, the camera would whip so bad, and it would flip so bad, and it would reorientate so quickly that I couldn't even be in the room just watching people play, let alone having my hand on like the controller playing it. That it just messed me up. Yeah, so
I never played Galaxy.
I have them. I did try it out on the Mario 3D All Stars game, and it's not bad. It's not bad. But like tomorrow, I suffer from 3D motion sickness, but like Super Mario 64, the worst camera known to man. Mario 64 did have a horrendous camera. But you know what? Mario Galaxy though, I just couldn't do it. I remember reading Hideo Kojima, another reason why it took so long for Hideo Kojima to like develop the Metal Gear Solid games is because he would play test the games himself, and he also suffers from 3D motion sickness. So it was one of those things where he actually had to take a couple of weeks off during the development of Metal Gear Solid 2 because the game was basically just destroying him.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's kind of outgrown it. I've kind of outgrown it, to a certain extent. There are still some games that jack me up. I'm surprised I'm sticking with Cyberpunk so long, because man, I'm like first person game. Like that game that Jesse's been talking about, the running game with the katana sword and all that stuff. That game effed me up. Mirror's Edge screws me up.
Oh, I love Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Dying Light messes me up.
Huh. I was gonna say.
Play the second one.
We'll talk about what I'm playing later, but the game I played, you should definitely not play that game for that reason, because it is.
What game?
It almost got me kind of sick. It's Rage 2.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I need to play that.
And there's actually there's an upgrade tree where you reduce the motion blur. That's part of your skills, is reducing the motion blur. So they do that on purpose at first. Anytime you hit, it causes the camera to blur and stuff, and it had me messed up. That was the first thing I had to upgrade, because I was like, I can't do this.
Oh god. Oh yeah. I'd have a bad time. And I want to thank my best friend Whodat for calling me out with the whole Mario 64 Mario Galaxy thing. Yeah. I love you, man. I love you, man. Like, you getting punched in the face next time we hang out. Thank God.
Nah, don't do that. He's standing up for righteousness right now.
I know, because as soon as I slandered Mario Galaxy, I'm actually surprised Ed hasn't jumped in the chat. I'm surprised his ears aren't burning or something, because I'm talking about
Dan already said that that's his favorite game.
I
too,
know.
So you're
I
crossing
know.
everybody.
You're crossing the line.
I know. So the next time Dan's on the show, I'm going to get an earful from him. If he's not
only did you diss my favorite 3D, you dissed my favorite 2D as well. Like Super Mario World and Mario Galaxy, those both suck. Well, crap, those are my favorites.
All right, we still on the blurbs. We are on the blurbs.
Oh wow, okay.
I take blame for that, because I got off on a tangent, like dissing like Nintendo games. which everybody knows in the Boss Rush Games family that I'm kind of that guy that like I will crush like Nintendo to pulp with my bare hands if you give me the chance. And you know what I love my Nintendo Switch. That's the crazy part.
Ellie, sick 'em.
Ellie, you have to get him.
All right, so
she's ready. She's gnawing on her phone right now.
All right, so we're just gonna breeze past this next one real quickly. The release date for Outriders has been pushed back to April. But a free demo is coming in next month. People Can Fly's developer for Outriders has pushed the release date back to April 1st, 2021. Yeah, April Fool's Day. Hopefully it comes out. Okay, but here's the thing though, and where have we heard this before? They stated that they need to spend extra time for fine-tuning the game and focusing on delivering a fantastic play experience at launch. Where have we heard this one before?
Cyberpunk?
I'm pretty sure Dan's gonna be like knocking me over the head in a moment. All right, yeah, but Outriders is currently slated for PS5, PS4, PC, Xbox Series X and S, and the Xbox One coming April 1st. So yeah, good luck with that. I'm actually interested in this game, so I've got my eye on it. The April 1st date. When I used to work at GameStop, like we had whenever we would see a date like that, we're like, oh, that game's automatically getting delayed. Yeah. Like it's not going to make that date because if I'm not mistaken, April 1st. What day of the week is April 1st? April 1st is on a Thursday. How often do games for the mainstream consoles come out on a Thursday? Like Wednesday is usually new release day. So yeah, I'm gonna take that one with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm just saying that I don't trust that date.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because that was kind of like it's around my birthday, so I was actually gonna buy it as like a brand new game. That's something I never really do. And I was hoping to play online with people because it's it's supposed to be like a co-op, play with your friends stuff. But after the Avengers debacle, and if you like the game, I know Logan likes the game, so I'm not really talking crap about it. I played the beta; it was fun. But after seeing how it clearly did not sell, not enough people cared. It wasn't good enough to get the reviews. They're really going to take their time with Outriders. They're really going to buckle down on this one because they can't afford two big losses.
Yeah, that is true. Wait. Who's publishing this game?
Is it Outriders Square Enix?
Is it Square Enix? Wait, I think it is. Yeah, you know what?
Otherwise, just forget
it. It is no. It is
okay.
It is Square Enix. It is Square Enix.
Okay.
I thought it was another company, but I mean, like it looked amazing at the reveal.
Yeah, it looked and sounded kind of like a Ubisoft game. I almost thought it was like the guys who made The Division was making this game, but then I saw Square Enix. I was like, oh, that's kind of different for them.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of Avengers, they really haven't done anything like this. So
yeah,
hopefully this one works. I hope that because I don't want Square Enix to take another hit. Although I mean, you could just stop wasting your time doing this. You could make games that people want to play, like Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy. But that's just me.
Austin with the real talk right now. I like it. All right. Next up, Immortals: Phoenix Rising. An art book is getting released on the 21st of January. Yeah. The game. Everyone's talking about Immortals: Phoenix Rising. So here's another bit of news that'll keep gamers talking and really appreciating the game. The art book is coming. It's a hardbound edition too. 216 pages. It's available for pre-order now. It's available on Amazon. It is actually being done by Dark Horse Comics, and the title of it is The Art of Immortals: Phoenix Rising. I'm going to put a link up in the Twitch chat for the Amazon pre-order. I just want you guys to note one thing. Right now, it looks like it's just right now. It looks like it's only a UK listing, but I have a feeling it's going to be a US listing. It's going to get some more listings in other regions and stuff like that. The book is right now. If you actually do the conversions though, like it retails for $40 and some change right now. If you do it US dollars, on the UK side, it's £29. Yeah. Take that, Europe.
Now, should I buy this on Switch or PlayStation? Is the question.
You know,
that's where I'm thinking.
You know what? I'm starting to feel like this might be a Switch title for me, but that's only because like it already has like a big brother with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking that. That's why I'm sitting here quiet.
yeah, but there's also the element that like I kind of just want it in like as high def as possible, so I might get it for PS5. Right.
I'm actually more interested in this game now because I thought it was kind of like I knew that it was colorful and stuff, but I thought it was more of like a serious take on Greek lore or whatever.
I thought so too initially,
and now it's supposed to be like a comedic, like it's pretty funny, like that's what everyone's telling me. So I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of more interested in this game now.
All right, and our last news blurb. Wow, it took us forever to get through the blurbs. We're supposed to be on these blurbs like 2 minutes apiece, but you know what? It's cool. It's cool. Our last blurb is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is getting a next gen update. As a matter of fact, that next gen update is live right now. And to just give you a little bit of details, the free update focuses primarily on optimization for the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. According to a blog post from the EA website, the update is not just for new console owners, but all gamers who own a copy of Jedi Fallen Order. There's not a lot of details into it, but let's see. Xbox or the last gen consoles. The only thing it's saying is improves backwards compatibility performance. Not really much detail to go into that one. For PS5 owners, we'll be getting an increase in frame rate to 60 frames per second. Always nice. Trust me. Ghost of Tsushima on the PS5 is an experience. It runs at full 60 frames per second, and a lot of people have reviewed it, and they say this is the way the game should have been from day one. But going back real fast, it also on PS5, Fallen Order is also getting a post-processing increase to 1440p. It's kind of odd because last I checked, my PlayStation 5 doesn't have a 1440p setting. So what are they doing here, or is it done inside the game? Because there are a few games that actually will let you do 1440p despite the hardware settings for the Sony PlayStation. But yeah, that's all the blurbs. So to get the scoop on all these blurbs, links have been provided in our Twitch stream chat. Go check them out, and then continue the conversation with us over on Twitter at @PS_Crossroads. All right. You know what? Let's hear from the audience. We got some questions?
Yeah. I got 2 questions.
Okay.
Go pull them up real quick. We got one from Ed at that retro code and host of Nintendo Pal Block.
Troublemaker. Here it comes.
Troublemaker.
Here it comes.
But he actually has a pretty interesting question that I've been trying to think of, and it's will Unreal 5 change the way games will look, or does Guerrilla Games engine outperform it? And then the other part of the question is, whose game engine do you love to see games on?
Nellie, go first.
Go back.
Okay.
What was the first part of the question?
The Unreal Engine 5. Repeat the question because I kind of got the question, but I can't paraphrase it.
So will Unreal 5 change the way games will look, or is Guerrilla Games engine outperforming it? So that's the Horizon, Death Stranding, or will they go on to Unreal 5?
I personally want to see something new because I've seen a lot of games in Unreal Engine, so I do want to see what this Guerrilla engine is going to be doing, and I'm just going to leave it in.
Now, Unreal 5, we haven't seen anything out of it. Other than that demo,
The tech
right?
demo,
That tech
yeah.
demo.
The tech demo.
The tech demo wowed the shit out of me. Like with the amount of polygons on the screen, like that was insane. With the amount of polygons on the screen, and they said it was on PS5 hardware for that tech demo. With the amount of polygons on the screen, the fact that
that was PC, wasn't it?
Was it PC? I could have sworn it was PlayStation
because it was on PS. I think it was PlayStation 5.
Because Sony hosted that thing. That's why I'm thinking it was on PS5 hardware. I'll look it up though. But the amount of polygons, the fact that it wasn't, and it was on PS5 hardware, so it wasn't utilizing actual ray tracing. It was utilizing in-engine like lighting effects and stuff like that. That's amazing because like it won't cripple your hardware just trying to get it to like 30 frames, or 60 frames and stuff like that. If the engine's doing it all on its own without any extra help from the hardware, like that's amazing. I thought it was PS5 that they said it was on, but I will check that. Me personally, I feel like the Unreal Engine is probably going to be a game changer because here's the thing about it. Like it's nice that he mentioned the Gorilla engine, but Gorilla is going to use that engine in house for their own stuff. Like I mean, like it's not going to wind up going out to other Sony studios and stuff like that. And like a few studios will see it and stuff like that. But I doubt that we're gonna see that engine everywhere on Sony, let alone the rest of the gaming community and stuff like that. Unreal Engine is a universal like gaming engine, so more companies and more developers are going to be able to have access to it, and they're going to be able to take it and run with it and do what they want to do with it and stuff like that. So, for example, like I'm not sure what Outriders is being built on, but just imagine like Square Enix has their hands on the Unreal Engine, even though Square Enix has their own engine that they're using for most of their games, or Ubisoft, whatever the heck they're using, like they get their hands in the Unreal Engine, so the one big draw about the Unreal Engine in general is just the malleability of it. Like anybody can use it. Hell, like we go to YouTube and we see people recreating like Nintendo 64 and PS2 games with the Unreal Engine and stuff like that. And these are people who are doing it as a hobby, so I will always stand behind the Unreal Engine.
I just say as long as it's not the Frostbite engine, because EA still tries to shove Madden on Frostbite, and just stop.
Wait, was it Frostbite? No, it was the DICE engine that screwed up Mass Effect Andromeda. Was it DICE? I think it was DICE.
I'm not sure.
I think it was DICE. I think it was DICE. I'll look it up. What was the second part of that question?
Just like what are your favorite game engines to see games ran on?
Okay, yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda was a Frostbite 3 engine. Okay, favorite engines that I liked, I love the RE engine right now, but it might be because I'm playing the Monster Hunter demo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course I like the RE engine.
I bet you do.
I like.
I bet you do, especially after seeing Carlos Oliveira. I bet you do.
Hey, Carlos is bait. Carlos is delicious. No shame in my game. Y'all know me. Mr. Spencer just said it. Nellie lives for the RE engine.
I mean, shoot, like I'm still giving props to Unreal Engine 4. I mean, shit, the Final Fantasy VII remake was on Unreal 4. It wasn't on Square's in-house engine.
And I don't really know because I guess I just don't pay enough attention, unfortunately, to just like game engines and stuff. But I mean, Unreal, Unity, those are ones that everyone uses. I like Game Maker because there's like Spelunky was made on there. I think Rogue Legacy was made on there. Hyper Light Drifter was made on there. So all those 2D like roguelike games that I play is I'm all down for. So
yeah, just so people know, like Final Fantasy 15, which was a flagship, console flagship title for the last console generation, that was on Square's Luminous engine. So now note this. That was on Square's Luminous engine, and they put the Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Unreal Engine 4. That lets you know something right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the Final Fantasy engine. I
Yeah.
was like, I like that one.
Does anyone want to argue that Final Fantasy 15 looked anywhere near the Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Oh.
Does anyone want to argue?
I mean, Final Fantasy 15 did look pretty good, but it doesn't look like Final Fantasy 7 Remake does. I keep telling people Final Fantasy 7 Remake is basically freaking Advent Children complete in video game form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then, what's our next question?
So Dan asks, another PAL block. Crash Bandicoot used to be the mascot for PS systems before, but new icons have been coming around the last few generations. So do you still consider Crash to be the mascot, or has he passed the torch to another icon?
Crash hasn't been the
definitely not.
Crash hasn't been the mascot for PlayStation since PS2. Actually, no,
PS1.
PS1 because he went multi-platform as soon as PS2 generation started. So yeah, if we're gonna, I would say as far as longevity goes, like the mascot right now for PlayStation would be Ratchet and Clank. Like Ratchet and Clank has been on every console generation except for PS1. They've been on PS2, PS3, PS4, and they're getting a PS5 release soon.
Yeah, I definitely think like you can make cases for different ones. Like I definitely think Ratchet and Clank was the PS2, and then PS3 is definitely Nathan Drake. Like Nathan Drake definitely is the lead mascot on there. And then PS4, Logan says Kratos. He's got the Kratos gift going on, so. I think you can make a case for Kratos as well, but I agree with you, LeRon. Like Ratchet and Clank, while it's not the most popular, it's been the mainstay for generations now, and it's my most anticipated game for the PS5 right now. So I can't argue with it. I love it. I love the idea of Ratchet and Clank getting more love, and it got its own movie, which Uncharted still hasn't done.
Ooh.
It
wasn't a good movie.
Did you really just hop over the fence and pop him in the nose and then jump back to your side?
Yeah.
And real quick before I forget, thanks YA680 for the follow. I appreciate it.
Don't be thanking him. You need to get out of here.
Oh snap!
That's my friend from Chicago.
Oh snap! Okay.
We be talking all kind of mess when we be playing video games.
I'd say as far as longevity goes, though, I would say Ratchet or Clank. Actually, more Ratchet. I mean, people know Clank when they see him, but I mean, it's Ratchet and Clank when you see the Lombax. If we're talking about current stuff, Aloy.
Oh yeah, Aloy.
I think Aloy honestly represented PlayStation 4 in like the most profound way, and I feel like Aloy did it better than Ellie from Last of Us. Who else is the mainstay? I'm not going to say Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake is more of the PS3 face than PS4.
Yeah.
And I say Aloy had more of an impact than Kratos, and that's that's kind of some big words because God of War 2018 was an amazing title, and I feel like that alone, you had people wanting to trade in their Xboxes to get a PlayStation just to play that game.
Yeah, I really feel bad for people at Guerrilla because they really set off the beginning of PS4's exclusives are really, really good. I'm really on top of their game.
Yeah.
And then Kratos came and God of War came, and then everyone kind of forgot about Horizon. But
they forgot about Spider-Man too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But Aloy definitely deserved more love because that was plus it's a new IP. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen God of War. I wasn't excited about God of War 4 really at all until it came out and everyone's like, "Oh, this is totally different."
I feel the
This
same
is
way.
Totally different.
When I heard when I heard it was coming, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's another God of War game, whatever," stuff like that. And then when I started seeing what the lore of the game was about, I was like, "Okay, kind of digging this, kind of digging this." And then when I actually started playing the game, I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm in."
Yeah, I would agree. I would like a new Killzone game, but I really want a new Resistance game. That's the main focus.
Same.
That's the main focus.
Same. I was so invested in Resistance Fall, man. Like it is crazy. Like I was like they even had like a 3-episode comic book. I got that crap. Man, I was invested. And then Resistance 2 came out, and it was Resistance, but it had a shinier skin to it. I was like, oh man. I was like, I can't wait for Resistance 3. And wait, Resistance 3.
I agree with that though. I like Resistance 3 the best, mainly because the big boss fights, like the big enemies that you would fight. I think it just had more iconic battles. Whereas Resistance 2 may have been a better overall game.
You know what? I feel like we're on to something here, so I'm gonna pull an audible on some of tonight's news, and we're gonna shift and talk about some of this stuff. So let's go ahead real quickly because I have two news topics I want to get to, and I'll make a mention of the third news topic, and then we're gonna talk about something completely different tonight. All right. So first news bit: the black PS5, the limited edition one that was being made from another studio that wasn't Sony, has ended all orders due to staff threats. So here we go. And you guys know I take stuff like this seriously. I can't stand when toxic gamers and fans like do this to companies that are trying to do us a service. I can't stand this. But let me just go ahead and break this down right now. The launch of a batch of custom black PlayStation consoles has ended in disaster this past weekend as third-party company Supers canceled all orders due to alleged threats made to its staff after it sold out of its initial batch of units. In a statement via social media, they said, "Last night our team began receiving credible threats to their safety. We take these threats seriously. We aren't willing to risk the safety and well-being of our team or the potential impact this would bring to delivering your order." They also added, "All existing orders will be canceled and fully refunded in the coming days. You will receive a notification when this happens. We intended this to be a fun way to celebrate a shared nostalgia. As it turns out, there are people out there who are willing to interfere with that. If we determine that it's safe to try again, we will. For now, please stay safe." Okay, so around 300 of the highly anticipated consoles, which these were touted as the anniversary edition PlayStations. They had a completely black finish, and they had the old school like PlayStation icons on them and stuff like that, and even had a black DualSense controller that actually had the classic face buttons as well and stuff like that. They were going to be sold to North American customers, and they were going to be priced at $649, which is roughly $649. It says $200 more than a regular PlayStation, but I think I'm not sure. Yeah, probably. All right. But given the demand for Sony's console, they sold out immediately as soon as they went up for sale. Like the site was crashing, of course, and they sold through all their allocation in 20 minutes. So the company issued a statement saying that it was embarrassed with how the North American launch went, with some customers reporting that they were charged for orders without actually receiving confirmation that they'd secured a console. Now, this might be where some of the threats and stuff came in, because like $650 is a lot of money. Especially, it's $150 more than what you were expecting to spend for the PS5 in the first place. But I can kind of understand that, but I also know how gamers are. Like, we've been pissed since November what, 12th? about being able to get a PlayStation. So, but here's the thing. Here's the thing I say. Like I feel like gamers once again prove how entitled they are because another company who was not Sony, basically crowdfunded a different type of PlayStation console, and you guys had the nerve to get pissed off and issue death threats. Like technically, this is a system that didn't even have to happen. Hell, the
so were these death threats because they bought them and were reselling them, or was it because they ran out?
See, that's what we don't know. I'm gonna say it's a mixture of both, but I feel like it's more heavily on the fact that they ran out. I kind of feel that because look at social media. Like every time the PlayStation Direct happens, and like the pre-orders are done in like 15 minutes, or every time Walmart gets an online batch, what happens? Like folks, like we see the memes talking about how like at first I was happy, and then I couldn't get one out of my checkout, so yeah. Currently, Sony is not committed to releasing a different color PlayStation 5 console, and you see that's the thing about it right there. Like I said, they were doing something. They were making a console a different color than what is currently offered right now. And you know what? Everybody's bitching about the white PlayStation. They are. But for the most part, though, everybody's bitching about it, but they still want one. So there's a part of me that's like, I'm almost insulted that they made a special edition console and are charging you more money when we know when Sony comes out with a colored console it's going to be the same exact price. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I do know, like I said, gamers are entitled.
I can understand charging a little bit more because they are putting the resources into, changing the colors and stuff like that. Was this an American company? Or was this?
You know what? Actually, as of right now, I can't even find anything out about supers. I think it's either supers or Super 5, because
I'm wondering if that's covering your shipping as well, and if it's overseas like that, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe they got to eat the cost somehow. They got to.
Well, the problem is now we don't know because they've taken down their websites, they've taken down their social media, so we can't even find out like what the logistics were about it. And I will try in the future to be a little more, on top of stuff like that, because like this is like when Nintendo did that takedown of like over 300 games and stuff off that website and stuff. I was actually looking to see what was going on, but they'd already taken them down, so I couldn't see what was up, stuff like that. But yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a sad thing because in all honesty, like there are people out there who are willing to spend extra money for a PlayStation. I told you guys initially, if I hadn't gotten my system when I did, I was willing to spend at least $650 for a PlayStation. I was, but that was the money, but that was a little bit more than what I would spend after paying retail price plus tax. So I was good with that, But not everybody. I'm not trying to spend $1,000 or $1,800, or especially not spending $1,200 for a disc for the digital only system. Everybody's got their thing, but I still don't understand why. Why is it always that when stuff like this happens, like you're gonna go find people and issue them death threats or issue harm to their families and stuff like that? We don't have to have this stuff. Like we don't technically we don't need a PlayStation console. I mean, I wasn't saying that when I was trying to find a PlayStation, but you know what I'm saying though. Like
he like we don't need it though.
Hey, I didn't say that. I'm ready. I'm ready for you guys to have a PS5 alongside with me, so we can play some of these multiplayer PS5 games.
So we can play Man-Eater. I don't know if that's multiplayer, but that's the game.
I downloaded that today, man. And you know what? Cliffy B put a tweet, and he was like, "How dare nobody tell me about Man-Eater, where you were a shark fucking up everybody's shit." All right. So next news topic. Ghost of Tsushima fans help crowdfund repairs to the typhoon-hit island of Tsushima. A crowdfunding campaign for repairs to the real-life island of Tsushima has concluded with more than 27 million yen, which is roughly 263,000 US dollars, which that is a whopping 500% over its original goal. And that was all thanks to the help of fans of Ghost of Tsushima, the game. The project will ensure the reconstruction of the Torii Gate at Tsushima's Watasumi Shrine. There we go. I don't know why I never practice this stuff before I go live, so I have it ready to say. I don't know why. And I'm always getting tongue tied over, with foreign languages.
For me, I would practice it a million times, but by the time I did it live, it'd be gone. I'd be like, I forgot how to say things. I would say the right.
All right. So the shrine was which was destroyed by a typhoon in September of last year. The structure currently lies in pieces and half submerged in the water. Crowdfunding for the project began in November via Campfire, which is a Japanese alternative to Kickstarter. Quickly, the cause was noticed and picked up by Ghost of Tsushima fans, who have been thanked by the project's founders. Restoration of the Torii Gate will be ensured alongside a fresh monument nearby, which will list the names of anyone who donated more than 10,000 yen, which is roughly $96. The shrine is scheduled to be finished this August if all goes well. And real quickly, I want to give a special shout out to Dan from our sister show Pal Block, because he's the one that brought this article to our attention. So thank you, Dan. I knew you were a PlayStation gamer at heart. I knew it. Come back to Crossroads soon.
Yeah.
Just let it scare him.
Stop playing, whatever, Final Fantasy VIII on Switch, and come play Final Fantasy VII Remastered on PlayStation.
Oh god! Oh god! Shots fired! Oh god! And bad part. No, this was chemical warfare on your part, man. You know how Dan feels about that game. This is chemical warfare on your part. All right. I'm just going to touch on this topic real quickly, and we're going to move on. CD Projekt Red will be charged 10% of its income if it fails to deliver patches for Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, it's getting serious now, So basically, the Polish government will charge CD Projekt Red 10% of their income from the previous year if the studio fails to deliver on its promise to issue performance update patches for Cyberpunk 2077. Now, it's funny because before this news came out, CD Projekt Red had released a statement saying that they are going to be working on patches. They're going to be releasing them, in a timely manner, and that all upcoming DLC for the game until a certain point is going to be free and stuff like that. So I don't know. It may have just been a tactic, by the Polish government just to make sure things stay on track for them and they don't move on to their next project. But who knows? Like I said, I'm going to move on from this topic, but real quickly, Cyberpunk 2077 was released on PS4, PC, and Xbox One back in December, but has suffered from poor performance on last-gen consoles. CD Projekt Red has pledged to fix all these problems in future updates, but the company's reputation has been badly damaged by the oversights surrounding the game's development and subsequent releases from this past December. It's subsequent release. I don't know why I said releases, like there was multiple titles. Did you guys want to say anything real quickly before I move on to the last topic? Because the last topic is one that Austin demanded we put on the show.
I just really hope that Cyberpunk gets it all worked out. CD Projekt Red. I hate that these guys are going through it. And really, when I say these guys, I mean the developers.
Yeah.
They made an incredible game in The Witcher 3. They're really looking forward to something now. And it just seems like marketing got the best of them. Did not market their game right, and now all the big wigs are paying for it. So, But I hate it for the developer.
Just get it on PC. I'm sorry, I had to. I had to. You modded Zero got your copy refunded? No hassle at all, Yamada. Yamada Zero in our chat right now saying that he got his copy refunded and stuff like that. I know a lot of you guys probably won't hear this show until it's on podcast form on Thursday. But yeah, it's cool that offer was extended. Which console was it on, Yamada? If you said a PC, I'm unfollowing you on Twitch. Okay, PS4.
Oh,
PS4, yeah.
oh, this reminds me. Did you see the Cyberpunk knockoff on Switch?
Is that really a knockoff, or are they just cashing in on the name?
Are you talking about?
No, it's called. Hold on.
What is it?
Wow.
I'm gonna look it up. I think it's called like Cyber Force or something.
Oh,
And the screenshots look exactly like Cyberpunk.
Oh
And it's
my
like
God.
definitely played for it.
Oh
I
my
meant-
god.
Okay, I meant to send this to you guys and I didn't. I'm gonna look for it because it was my friends like that live in my area. They sent it to me and I was like, I cannot believe this. I gotta tell someone, and then I never did. Because that's just me. It was they probably said it after 8:30, and you all know that's my bedtime.
All right. Okay. So here's the next one, and shoot, the way Austin was reacting, this damn near was the big topic for the night. Bethesda has teased the Indiana Jones game. That's right. You heard me correctly. There's an Indiana Jones game in the works. It's coming from Bethesda, so I don't know. That could be kind of bad news for us PlayStation fans out here. But here we go. Wolfenstein developer Machine Games is making an Indiana Jones game. The publisher's official Twitter account has just put out a short 33-second clip featuring the classic theme song as well as the whip. Following up on that tweet is a quick statement reading, "A new Indiana Jones game with an original story is in development from our studio, Machine Games, and will be executive produced by Todd Howard in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. It'll be some time before we have more to reveal, but we're very excited to share today's news." That was direct from their Twitter feed today. Both Bethesda and Machine Games simply want to reveal the news and accompanying excitement as soon as possible. Now, the question for PlayStation 5 owners is, do you think we're going to get it at launch? Or will it launch on PlayStation?
I don't think it is. If I was a betting man, which I am, but not in this case, I would say that it's probably not going to come on PS5 on the first day. I think it will come eventually, but I think this is a good time for Xbox to be like, hey, this is these are the exclusives that we want. You know, this is why we got Bethesda for these type of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited just because I've never I'm fessing up to something. I've never watched an Indiana Jones movie.
Oh
ever.
no! Oh no!
Ever. I've never watched one.
Do you know what you just opened yourself up to in the chat?
I know. It's not like I had like a vendetta where I was like, I'm never gonna watch these movies. I just never did. I never got around to it. But for me, with this being Machine Games and making Wolfenstein, I love Wolfenstein 1 and 2. The other ones we won't talk about. But the fact that they're getting to do something new, and I think it's exciting. I think it is. I know the chat's probably
They've already given you suggestions on which movie to start with.
I know not to watch the one with Shia LaBeouf, which I saw part of, and I was like, man, this ain't good.
I was gonna crack a bad joke, but I don't think nobody will get it.
I feel like this may be a timed exclusive, but in the case it's not a timed exclusive and it's just an exclusive just to the Microsoft platform, I'm still happy because I'm a PC gamer, so I'll get it anyway. but also this is kind of what they need. They need a single player experience that's going to get people, to actually buy the product and get in there. Honestly, this is what they're missing. This is their Uncharted or their Tomb Raider. Well, actually, Tomb Raider is multi-console, so this is their Uncharted. This is their possible Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think it's their God of War, but I'm pretty sure this is their Uncharted or Horizon. So yeah, I'm excited for it. When I saw the news today, I was at work. When I saw the news today, I was like, oh, I have to take a minute here because I knew Boss Rush chat was just going to be lit up, and trust me, it was.
It was. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was excited for Corey because I know he likes the Indiana Jones movies a lot.
Yep.
And he claims he is the most excited person for this game.
I think
the most excited.
I think he is. I think he is because while I'm excited, I'm not the next Monster Hunter excited for Indiana Jones. I'm not on that level. Well, you know what? We're kind of breezing through these topics. Okay. So what I'll do is because we've got the big topic and we still got rumor control, but I did want to put it out there. We were talking about some classic games. We're talking about the Resistance trilogy, for example. We were talking about the Ratchet and Clank games and stuff like that. What other classic games that are actual bundles would you like to see like make an appearance? This console generation, because Resistance is great. Resistance is great. I keep saying Jak and Daxter. I keep saying that, but you know what? I would also want. I want the original 3 Infamous games.
Does it have to be on PlayStation?
Yeah.
I would say try to keep it on PlayStation, but if you got other ones, we'll allow it.
Cause I'm reaching back with mine.
don't say Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4.
No. I was thinking Legacy of Kain.
Oh wow, you went way back.
Okay.
You went way back. Yabata Zero says Killzone 1, 2, and 3. Well, I will say this: the production value of Killzone 3 was amazing. The production value, especially with the movie clips and stuff, like like the cutscenes and stuff like that. That was great.
Or another one, but they're gonna have to bring back. I always say this: they're gonna have to bring back the original voice actor, Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell? Oh yeah.
Oh, why is there not a Splinter Cell game? That to me is just wild. That we have not got one. It's like it's one of those franchises. It's like not getting its due, big time.
I feel like honestly, since Tom Clancy passed away, like a lot of the classic Tom Clancy game titles have kind of like dried up. Like Rainbow Six is still out there, but I feel like Rainbow Six is kind of still is like a shadow of its former self. And what other ones? Because like the Division, like Tom Clancy was technically already dead by the time the Division was announced and stuff like that.
You got your Ghost Recon.
Okay, Ghost Recon, which Ghost Recon is also in bad shape right now.
Yeah, I didn't play that second one, but supposedly it wasn't very good.
Yeah, like I wanted to play Wildlands, and then I heard nothing but bad stuff about it, so I never got it.
Yeah.
Is Wildlands the first one or the second one?
I think that's the first one.
Because the first Ghost Recon was actually pretty good. I liked it. But I can't remember what the second one was. The second one I heard was not very good. And that was from my friends who we played a lot of Ghost Recon. We really, really liked it. We played a lot of it. My friends were really into it. And then they were like, don't even bother getting the second one. We don't like it that much.
Oh, that's a good one. Siphon Filter.
Siphon Filter?
I want
Mm-hmm.
I want Heavenly Sword. That's a game that's not getting its due.
I've never played that, and I want to.
Come on, Heavenly Sword sequel was Hellblade Senua.
Yeah.
I really feel like if Hellblade had, not Hellblade, I'm sorry, if a Heavenly Sword had taken off the way it did, like we eventually would have had a game in the Heavenly Sword universe that looked just like Hellblade.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. They let Ninja Theory go. Let him walk right out the door to Xbox.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Breakpoint was a sequel to Wildlands.
Breakpoint was the sequel.
Yeah.
So Wildlands was actually pretty good. Breakpoint was the one that everyone was telling me wasn't very good. I did like the first one.
Any other ones throughout there? Man, we're chatty tonight, man. We've done 4 news blurbs. We've done 4 news topics, and we've thrown in our own ad lib topics. So we're doing pretty good, and we still have rumor control, and the big topic. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying not to get too chatty.
Resistance just is my knockout, man. Like
I
just
would
want Resistance 1, 2, and 3.
I would say Infamous and Resistance. That'd be what I would ask for, and then pretty much that would be it. And there's some low flying ass helicopter over my house right now. Am I about to be swatted? What the hell?
I heard it. I was like, what's happening?
Like, that is low. Jeez, like I actually felt the house rumble.
Also, Sly Cooper.
Sly
Cooper in the style that Ratchet and Clank is now, where it looked like a real Pixar movie. Like Sly Cooper would be awesome in that. Jack and Daxter, whatever. It's fine. It's below Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, come on. Like, Jack and Daxter was actually first out the gate, but Ratchet and Clank, it's just been there longer. That's all.
Yeah. I think Ratchet and Clank it kicks it. It's like Cooper I think is more interesting to me.
I'm gonna dust off my Vita tonight and play some Ratchet and Clank. I mean, not Ratchet and Clank. I'm sorry, because I have Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter. I have them both on the Vita.
Yeah, the collections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about bad camera though. The Ratchet and Clank camera on Vita is pretty rough.
Yeah. Yeah, and not for a lack of trying, because they did try to do something with the camera to make it a little bit easier and more accessible, but it's still...
Yeah.
Everything all right on that side of town. That's all you... All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the big topic then. Okay, and the big topic is actually pretty nice tonight. Sony didn't have any PlayStation 5 announcements of its own to make it CES 2021. It is what it is, the Consumer Electronics Show. It is what it is, like, usually it's all about technology anyway there. So I honestly wasn't expecting any actual like news or breaking things to happen, from Sony. But Sony did bring its own sizzle reel trailer to the show, and if anyone knows about those things, like, it's basically like, what wraps up E3 and other gaming event shows and stuff like that. And so, like, it might as well have been an E3 showcase as far as Sony was concerned, because unlike the other sizzle reels that we usually see at E3, like, this one came chock full of release date targets for upcoming games. So let's talk about these real fast. Solar Ash is now slated to arrive on PS5 in June of 2021. Oh, by the way, most of these games I'm about to talk about are all this year. Kena Bridge of Spirits. This is a shocker. March.
Wow.
March.
Hopefully I have one by then.
Stray is launching October of this year. Ghostwire Tokyo is also in October this year. So, man, Sony's just going to be taking my money this year. I'm just going to say that right now. Little Devil Inside is currently targeted for July 2021. So, man, like, you know what's crazy about this? All right, so these games, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Zero Dawn, all these games are supposed to be out this year. All those games are supposed to be out this year. Ratchet and Clank is coming this year too.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find additional income. That's all I'm gonna say. I need to find additional income.
And people really think that God of War and Horizon are gonna come out this year too. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Why would they let one PlayStation exclusive steal the thunder from an exclusive that will sell and make money? Well, they would not do that. Yeah. I think God of War is a 2022 title. I really think it is. But hold on, I got a couple more for you. Project Athia from Square Enix.
Oh, that's the
That's the one. That's the one that we thought was Final Fantasy. That was not Final Fantasy. But
yeah, that's right.
But that one's set to hit in January of 2022, and then Pragmata, which was the sci-fi game with the astronaut and the ghost girl, that's been pushed back to 2023 from by Capcom.
2023. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well,
Yeah.
well. Remember, Capcom had that cyber intrusion that led to the leaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're probably having to reshuffle their schedule now and stuff to keep people on their toes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because I mean, we know 2 Street Fighter games are coming. It's a possibility Monster Hunter Rise is coming to PC. Monster Hunter Rise and Stories is coming to PC. So it's it's the Wild West right now. So, I mean, that's a ton of games, and then to think that then we have other games that are announced that we have to look forward to, like the Callisto Protocol, which I'm telling you, I might be the biggest baby when it comes to scary games, but I will be playing that game.
Oh yeah,
that's day one buy.
Yes, day one buy. Lights off, sound up. In the dark.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. That's how I like to play.
So yeah. All right. So many of these titles, the titles I just mentioned, most of those games are going to be out, or will also be out on PC. But depending on the exclusivity period, they won't be available on Xbox and Switch for a while. I really gotta say, like, Kingdom Bridge of Spirits and Ghostwire Tokyo, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I'm gonna say Stray and Kingdom Bridge of Spirits and Ratchet and Clank. Wait. So on that sizzle reel, there was no Returnal and no
Returnal's already
Deathloop.
Returnal's already had its big expose. It had it last month, and it's coming out February 20. Same day as Monster Hunter. I'm sorry, not February, March. Deathloop. I think Deathloop got a delay.
Was it? I thought it
did
was in May. I thought it was in May. Or was all these games after June?
Let's see.
Or no, because you said Kena was in March.
Deathloop is May 21st.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the initial release date. It's been pushed back.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait. No, Deathloop was supposed to be... No.
Because Deathloop was supposed to be like a launch
game. It was supposed to be a launch game.
Got pushed.
Yeah, so it's still getting pushed.
Hmm.
Let me go to Bethesda's website. And watch they don't have anything to say about it. Okay, the website says launching May 21st. Alright, so maybe that is the projected date that they're going for now. I could have sworn it got pushed back from that.
I can't wait to play that. That's really fun.
There's too many games.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not used to this. I feel like we're back in the PS2 era when, like, every time you turned around there was a new hot game you had to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the idea that Colin Moriarty had one time where we just need a year with no new games coming out. Just 1 year. No new games. Everybody catch up on their back catalog and it'll be all good to go.
What are you talking about? Everybody catching up on their back catalog. A year without new games is people going out and buying more games from the back catalog to add to their back catalog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a novel concept, though.
No new games that came out. How many games do you think you could knock out in a year in your catalog?
I have a ginormous back catalog. Like
I have a big.
I have a because right now my back catalog consists of Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy VII, and Horizon, and I'm missing a game. Because technically, Cyberpunk is new, so it's not on the back catalog yet. But I'm playing that one right now. So, like, I've already given like 3 games, from my back catalog that I'm currently trying to play before the March games come out. Because when Monster Hunter Rise comes out, like, I'm not gonna be playing any current games.
Yeah. The Crossroads show is gonna be basically the
Monster Hunter show. Well, no, because Monster Hunter Rise and Return will come out in the same day, so they'll be fighting for attention.
Oh, okay.
They'll both be fighting for attention. Yeah, I want to play Returnal as quickly as possible. Not to say to get back into Monster Hunter, but I want to play it as quickly as possible so I can put a review up for it.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
I'm gonna have to do the same thing for Resident Evil Village.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Here too.
Yes. All right, so Austin, that means you have Final Fantasy 16 then. We'll give you the biggest game. We'll give you the biggest game to do the review for.
That's coming out too. I forgot.
You'll get it in about 2 years.
16. I don't know. 16 hasn't gotten a concrete date yet, but if 16 doesn't come out at the end of the year, it's probably a 2022 title.
I don't think it's coming out this year.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either because I think they're going to try to push news out for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 before they, or you know what? There's a possibility that one game or the other has a demo on the upcoming release. So either 16 comes out with a demo for Part 2, or Part 2 comes out with a demo for 16.
I think it would make more sense if Part 2 came out with
a demo for 16.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, I agree because Square Enix knows they're going to sell Part 2, especially with the amount of sell-through they have in Part 1. They know they're going to sell Part 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, I remember when Final Fantasy 15 was delayed for years and years.
That's because they were still trying to make sequels to Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one with lightning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the last one I played.
Ended on a bad note.
Oh yeah, for real.
I'll say this: 15's better than 13. I'll say that.
I don't think I played 15. I gotta see.
All right, so we're gonna move on from this topic. I'm just leaving it up to you guys in the Twitch chat. Hit us up on @PS_Crossroads, and let's talk about some of these upcoming games that you guys are interested in, and which ones you're gonna get first. I see a lot of talk in the Twitch chat right now about Returnal, and yes, I'm excited for that. So I can't wait to see how everybody else is getting down with that game when it comes out, and maybe you guys will also play Monster Hunter Rise with me. I know everybody has a Switch, so shouldn't be that big a deal, right? All right.
I think I will actually. I think I'm gonna get it. So I can keep up with your Monster Hunter podcast when you got it on.
Oh yeah. Have you gotten the demo yet?
I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know when you play it, and let me know what you think.
Okay. I will.
All right. So our last topic for the night is Rumor Control. Rumor Control is back with a juicy one this week. God of War Ragnorok might be a cross-gen title, and when I say cross-gen, I don't mean like the sequel is coming out on the next-gen system. I mean that it might be available for PS4 and PS5 at the same time. Since its official reveal last year, we haven't heard much about God of War Ragnarok. We don't even know if the name for the new game is actually going to be God of War. It might just be Ragnarok, but we know it's God of War. We don't know yet. However, David Jaffe, who is a former developer at Santa Monica Studio, who was involved in previous God of War projects, believes that the entry will be cross-gen. In a live stream of God of War 2018, Jaffe mentions that Jim Ryan, the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, has already confirmed that they will try to support the PS4 for the next few years at least. Also, while some titles like Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales and Horizon 2 Forbidden West are coming to PS4, it wouldn't be much of a surprise if God of War Ragnarok turns into a cross-gen title as well, especially given that it's slated for launch this year. Okay, so after some negative reactions from God of War fans to what Jaffe said during his stream, he then later shared a tweet clarifying that he has no official knowledge about the target platforms of the upcoming God of War game, and his opinion was just a personal conclusion of him from what Jim Ryan had already said about supporting PS4 with other titles. So, this is kind of big. In my opinion, it was big enough to make Rumor Control tonight. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this game might show up on PS4? Before we answer that question, though, I will say this: I was kind of shocked to find out that Horizon I can't remember the Horizon 2 game. I was kind of shocked to hear that it was also coming on PS4. I thought with the way the PlayStation game showcase happened last June, I thought that they were showing exclusive PlayStation 5 titles because they ended it with Horizon, the sequel. So I was like, oh man, like the only way you can play this game is to have PS5. And then later on we find out it's also going to be on PS4, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Or just like, or also Little Big Planet. That's another one that showed up on PS4 also.
Yeah, which that one I feel like Little Big Planet and Miles Morales. I feel like Little Big Planet. I mean, wasn't pushing any boundaries like Ratchet and Clank was. And then like Miles Morales, I feel like I think it belonged on the PS4 as well, just because it seemed more like a DLC, a part of the original Spider-Man came out. I for a while I saw this and was like, well, I guess it's okay. But then I was thinking, like, when PS3 and PS4 transitioned over, we didn't get Infamous Second Son on the PS3. We didn't get Uncharted 4 on the PS3. We didn't get any. I can't think of a single Sony first-party game that was on PS3 and PS4. I can't think of one.
I don't think it was one.
Yeah, the only one that I can think of, which was not first party, it was Persona 5, and that came out really a lot later. But
yeah, I think the main reason why we didn't see any PS4 titles show up on PS3 is because Sony kind of like went all in on development for PS4 stuff. Like, I mean, PS4 changed. PS4's changed Sony's relationship with third party because the entire life cycle of PS3, like everybody was complaining the PS3 was the hardest system to develop for in that generation and stuff like that. So Sony had to turn around and like do something that made the entire thing so user friendly. So yeah, we didn't see PS4 titles having a PS3 counterpart when they were released. But now we know that the PS5 kind of technically is like it's an upgrade. It's a massive upgrade from PS4, but it's an upgrade for PS4. Yeah. And so we're still seeing. Oh yeah, and also there was mention that Yamada was talking about because they can't handle the power of the cell processor. Cell processor was, man, cell processor was a nightmare. Like it did good things for gaming, but it was a nightmare. For development, and it actually added to the long part of development cycles and stuff like that. It did. All right, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break you up. I'm sorry, Austin.
Oh no, you're fine. I just think it is a little strange that even though they said that we were going to be really aggressive on pushing the PS5, that was their reasoning for cutting the PS4 Pro out, and then we're going to put the most look forward to game on both consoles.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
So. And then it goes to the point, like, is Ragnarok even really a full-on God of War sequel, or are they doing something like a Miles Morales to Spider-Man thing? I still think that's a possibility, and the fact that we don't know if why am I blanking on his name right now? Who's the guy who's doing good? Corey Balrog.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep. We don't even know if he's really working on the game at all either. So I think it's still possible. Horizon, but I feel like Horizon and God of War definitely deserve, like, people want to see those games be as good as they can be, and they don't want to see it on both consoles for that reason, that they want it to be graphically the best they can be. But as long as it plays fine, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care at all.
I think the only advantage to this is that you'll be able to compare the two games. Like, what does the PlayStation 4 look like? What does the PlayStation 5 look like? So that's the only advantage I see. But other than that, I'd rather for it to just move over to PlayStation 5 and be done.
It's weird because I'm one of those people, like, as soon as the new console comes out, like, I pretty much feel like the old console is dead, in my opinion. Unless there's... Because how often do we see games just develop for the older console and not have a port on the new console? We don't see that a lot, it's much more interesting when we see a game that comes out first on the newer console and then eventually gets ported down to the old console because there's still a player base in there. That's so. For comparison's sake, I do like the idea, like, hey, let's see what it looks like on this system versus what it looks like on the new system, and then that is our selling point for the new system and stuff like that. I mean, these new consoles are amazing. For real, like, I mean, shoot, just the stuff that they're doing for the older titles that technically are backwards compatible with the new system is like I said, Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I'm getting that game after seeing, especially Digital Foundry's breakdown of how it plays on PS5. Like, shoot, I doubt Sony and Sucker Punch are even thinking about making a PS5 version of that game. I think they're just gonna be like, hey,
yeah,
we knocked out the ballpark with the update. Just play the PS4 on the PS5 system.
Yeah, and I don't think that takes away from Ghost of Tsushima on PS4. I mean, it's just gonna look better. Or the PS5 version is just gonna look better.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's gonna be too big of a deal because to me, you can definitely tell the difference between Last of Us on PS3 and Infamous Second Son on PS4. Like, it was a kind of a big difference. Like, as beautiful as Last of Us was, there was a huge difference between the PS3 and PS4 games.
Hence why they remastered Last of Us and put it on PS4.
Yeah, but with the PS4, PS5, it is a difference. There's definitely an upgrade, but unless you're Ratchet and Clank and sounds like Returnal doing different things with the power of the PlayStation 5, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So, and maybe that's why people are disappointed, because there could have been some really cool stuff that people did with God of War and Horizon. But who knows?
Anything else you want to add, Nellie? All right. Well then, let's go ahead and wrap this up. That's our show for tonight.
Yeah.
We had fun. We but we also talked about we had actual topics that weren't even on the show notes tonight.
Yeah.
Good job, yo.
Yeah,
we went all over the place.
I know, but it's good though. We'd like to give a big thanks to everybody out there who tuned in tonight, or if you're listening on the podcast, we appreciate it. Before we go, where can we find? You know what? What are we playing? What are we playing right now? Or are we, anything new? Anything exciting?
I just started The Evil Within.
Okay. How you liking it?
Playing too much. That's a sad thing, because classes started. I'm taking 5 classes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really not gonna be playing too much. That's probably gonna be the only thing I play for January. I know in February I'm doing Dead Rising, so I'm just gonna throw that out there because it's gonna be my birthday month and I'm doing a birthday stream. So hopefully you stop by.
Nice.
Oh,
nice. I'm still playing the same stuff. But right now, I've got that Monster Hunter Rise demo going on too. So Cyberpunk, Monster Hunter Rise, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Fire Emblem Three Houses.
It's good, all good stuff. All good stuff. I'm playing Rage 2 on PS4, and I am really liking it. It's what I want in a game right now. First-person shooter that's really insane combat, really fun to play. Don't really care about the story at all. I just enjoy the gameplay. But it's got that Far Cry feel to it. Real addictive gameplay. And then and it's also like I really appreciate it that it's not a huge daunting map. It's actually pretty manageable. I looked at the map and I was like, all right, what is it? I looked it up. I was like, all right, what in this game is it going to expand? It's going to be 4 times as big as the map. And it's like, nope, that's it. That's the map. That's the map. I was like, oh, awesome. I'm actually going to be able to finish this game in a decent amount of time. So I'm really looking forward to it. And then I'm playing 2 games on Switch. I'm playing Dicey Dungeons, which is this strategy RPG where the dice is like you roll dice for all your moves. It's pretty fun, but I'm on one particular level that I'm pulling my hair out on. I've I've just it's kind of like it's a roguelike, so you'll do different levels, and I'll put 45 minutes to an hour on one level, and then die at the very end, and have to start all over. And I've been doing that for a while on a particular one. So, and then I'm playing Wonder Boy. I think that's the name of it. I think it's called Wonder Boy, but it's like a Metroidvania, and it's pretty good. I like it so far. So playing a lot of different stuff.
Good. That's how I like to play.
Oh yeah, same here. Same here.
I have like 6 games going at once.
ADHD, I can't stay focused on one game to save my life.
All right, so
unless it was Red Dead.
Hey, everybody has that one game where they just put their entire life into it. I know for me it was Monster Hunter World. I mean, technically, I'm thinking about getting back on it and starting over fresh with a brand new character. I don't know. I'm weird. I love the Monster Hunter games though. I play them. I basically beat the brakes off of them. That's how bad I play them. All right, so quick reminder, head over to bossrushgames.com and take a look at all the content Boss Rush has to offer. Arsenal X discuss whether Halo Infinite is a make or break title for the Xbox. And they have a special guest star Sunday night. Yours truly.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey, Nellie, you were on there?
Oh, actually, hold on. We were on LAN Party last week too.
We were.
Yeah. Yeah, we got around. I did 5 shows last week. Crossroad. Wait, no, 4 shows. Crossroad, LAN Party, Boss Rush Podcast, and then I was back on Sunday for Arsenal X. So I was busy.
Hey.
I was busy last week. So episode 125 of Arsenal X was out, and also episode 77 of the Boss Rush Podcast saw the team being a little bit more energetic, than usual. I'm not going to give away any spoilers as to why that was, but I mean, just keep track of current events, and you have an idea. As a matter of fact, Yamada Zero was in the chat with us on the Boss Rush Podcast on Saturday too. So yeah, another shout out to one of our fans there. We appreciate it. Don't forget about our other shows and editorials, and if you really do love us, come be one of us with the community over our Discord, which is simply called the Boss Rush Games Discord. As a matter of fact, I'm throwing a link to that in the Twitch chat right now as well. So give it a link, give it a follow, and I'm also going to put it on my. I'm also going to put this link on my actual Twitch bio or whatever, so folks can come and find us that way too.
I finally figured out how to join it, so I figured out how it works.
Oh, good. So the admins can put you in the Crossroads developer section now.
I don't know about that, but if they do, I don't know what I'm going to do after that. But.
All right. And remember, you can chat with us and keep the conversation going by hitting us up on Twitter at @PS_Crossroads, where we hold down more news, events, and topics. And every now and then we have intruders like our very own Corey Derrick in there. So check it out. I know Logan still lurks in our Twitter too. I know that.
I don't know how Discord works either. That's it took me forever to figure out how I was supposed to. I was like, why is there so many hashtags involved in this? It's like, what is?
Oh yeah, it took me a while to figure that out too.
I feel like an old man.
All right. So real quick, let's give some plugs real fast. Hey, Nellie, where can we find you at?
You find me at Twitter at Planet Nellie. Nellie spelled N3LLIE. You can also find me on Twitch at Bratface_87, and I don't have an OnlyFans account.
Implying it like someone here does? Austin, you got something to tell us?
You can find me on Twitter at PlayStation, and you can find all my other PlayStation names, Xbox names on there. Maybe I'll put the Discord server in there, and if I ever get an OnlyFans, maybe I'll put that on there as well. So Just be on the lookout. Follow me on Twitter first.
I'm gonna go to Austin. I'm gonna go to Austin's Twitter feed one day. He's gonna have a link tree up and be like, "Oh, I know what he's been doing."
I'm gonna have an OnlyFans, but it's just gonna be like, I don't know. I'll think of something. I'll think of something to put on there. I'll do it. Why not? If people will send me money for nothing, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Just because.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's the absolute definition of capitalism.
Listen, if some strange man wants to look at my elbow, I'll give him all the elbow pics he wants. I am willing to sell out elbow pics for a PS5.
We gotta get our game, y'all.
You know what? People have done less for more. Let's put it that way. All right. As for me, you can catch me at social media, Exodus803. That's EXODUS803. That is also where you can find me on Twitch. Just go to twitch.tv/Exodus803. That's also my gamer tag for the various systems that you can find me on. So PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Steam, all that good stuff. And do not forget that I have a YouTube channel. You can also look it up, Exodus803. All right, well, that's it for tonight. The Buster's Games family wants you all to have a great night and go out there and play games, be better. Real quick, I said we weren't going to mention this, but we're not going to mention the way I think people are going to want us to mention this. But listen, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now in the world right now. And the one thing you have to do is not bury your head in the sand. Like, if you see something, speak out about it. Let people know that, all these injustices and stuff, as common people, we're not going to stand for it, because guess what? The moment that they think we're infringing on their rights, they act a fool. So, you know what? We got to give them back that same energy that they give us and everything. So yeah, be safe out there. Try and make the world a better place. Change some minds, some hearts, whatever you gotta do and stuff like that. But overall, like I said, play games, be better, and you guys have a great night, and we'll be back here next week. Take care.
Like the Andrew WK once said, when it's time to party, then we party hard.
Do we fight for our right to party though?
Just like the Beast Boys once said.
Just make sure I have some brass monkey too.
Sabotage.
All right, guys. That's enough. Good night, y'all.
See y'all.